Good morning, this is Jim Williams with the Hurricane City Tropical Update video for May 27th, 10 a.m. Here's a close-up using the HurTrack program of what will happen this evening as subtropical storm Beryl moves into Jacksonville. And you'll notice the size of the wind field within the yellow circle and the areas that may be affected tonight. We have Brunswick, Georgia on the northern side of the center of circulation. Fernandina Beach, Jacksonville should be getting right underneath the center. St. Augustine and Marineland could also be affected by some high wind gusts, maybe even down to Flagler Beach. So these are the cities that are going to be added as a tropical storm hit in the Hurricane City database. And then what's going to happen after that? It should move inland and then weaken down to tropical depression status as it moves up the southeastern coastline and then back out to sea right near the Outer Banks as it becomes extratropical. So the question will be after tonight's landfall as to whether this will still be a tropical storm when it affects Savannah, Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, Beaufort, and Charleston, and whether they will be added as a tropical storm hit. But right now it looks like northern Florida, southern Georgia is going to take the brunt of this tonight. It's a large wind field, so there's a lot of areas way away from the center that are going to be affected by this system as it moves in. Now luckily, it's going to be low tide tonight as this makes landfall, so there will not be any surge issues. There shouldn't be anyways with the system this week. Anyway, let's take a look at the hurricane hunters, what they're finding out there this morning. And let's pan this out so you can see the whole picture here. And we have two patterns here on the screen. Now the one on the right here is from yesterday. That was yesterday's hurricane hunter flight. And then we have today's hurricane hunter flight. What they do is they fly I believe it's called the alpha pattern. They come in like this, and then they come down, and then they shoot back through the center again like this. But yesterday they were finding 988 millibars, 44 knot winds near the center. Today it's the same exact thing, 998 millibars, 44 knots. So really nothing has changed. 998 millibars both days. The system is not strengthening at all, and it probably won't because the sea surface temperatures near the coast are cooler, and this is still a very broad circulation. It takes these systems time to consolidate. It was wrapped in an upper level low for a couple of days, so the system never really had a chance to get its act together. All right, now let me go ahead and switch sources here and show you the Hurricane City tracking map. And let's get that up on the screen. And first of all, I wanted to show you the European model, what that model is thinking. And we have a system, the Euro is showing the system moving into North Florida, Georgia, turning and then riding right up the coastline and out to sea, which is basically the same thing as the National Hurricane Center forecast. Hurricane Center is leaning heavily on the European model and the GFS model, which has done pretty good on this system. And let's go ahead and take a look at the satellite radar and advisories map here on the map. And let's let it load for a minute. This is going to take you right down to the surface to let you see what the temperatures are in the water and what the radar looks like and everything combined on the map along with the models and everything else. So it's kind of a one-stop shop, this particular map, if you're looking for everything all at once. I generally not real comfortable using this map because it's pretty, it's got a lot of stuff. I mean, I do like it because of the radar capabilities, but choose the best performing models linked below the tracking chart if you want an uncluttered shot that's just showing you the models. That's the best map to use. And then of course you have the sea surface temperature map, which shows you the sea surface temperatures of the surface, and then the satellite radar advisory map. However, another good thing about this map is not only does it show you the advisories, but they will become highlighted on the map, and you'll be able to click on them and get the advisory box to pop up. But there's no advisories right now other than the tropical storm warning. But there's no specific, marine warnings or anything like that for Jacksonville right now. But again, if we zoom in on this map here, you'll see that the temperatures right near the coast, 77 degrees. And of course, here are our first feeder bands coming in on the shot. We got a good, nice band here. And again, there's a very broad circulation out here. So it's going to be rain in the beginning and then probably no rain at all as the center moves onshore. And then the backside will come in. So you're going to have 50 mile an hour, 60 mile an hour gust out of the northeast as this moves into Jacksonville. And then the backside will move in and there'll be a lot of wind and rain from the southeast as this moves by. And again, here are our best performing model. Up here is the red model, which is the Aviation Ensemble model number 18. That's part of the GFS package. And then down here, the number 5 best performers, the GFDT, which is the variation of the GFDL model. So GFDL down here near St. Augustine, and the Aviation Ensemble just north of Jacksonville. So that's kind of a little bit of a spread, but pretty tight amongst the models. Actually, the Aviano, the purple model here, has been the best performer overall, and that's the aviation model, same as the GFS. All right, let's take a look at the visible shot of Beryl, and you can see the broad nature of this system. Again, just to describe what's happened over the last few days with this system, when it was up in here, it was wrapped with an upper level low, and then gradually the system, tries to get itself working down to the surface, and that's kind of where we're at right now. But right now it's just not really doing that. I think it's running out of time to become a purely tropical storm as it comes in on the coast, although it's possible. But it still has a broad center here. I mean, look at the size of that center. That's still a pretty significant size center. So I don't think this is going to become purely tropical as it moves into North Florida, but we'll see later on this evening. Okay, when you click the map, the zoomed-in maps, you'll notice a little target sign over Jacksonville. You click on that, and it opens up the page with all the localized information from Jacksonville. And this is the power outage tracker by using the navigation bar to the left of the main pane. You can get all the radar, radio feeds, cams, everything from localized areas. And this is a new feature. We have power outages. There's 3 power companies providing power to this area that's going to be affected tonight, and you can choose any one of those power companies to find the power outage map to see how many power outages there are in the affected area. So I think that's a really cool feature. And of course, here we have a local webcam from somebody's house near Jacksonville, and you'll see that there's no rain on the ground, basically. Partly cloudy skies this morning. Normally when you have a tropical storm or hurricane moving on shore, the sky turns like construction paper gray, and it's solid gray skies, but they still have partly cloudy skies, but it's not going to last very much longer before the gray skies move in and the rain starts falling late this afternoon. But they do need the rain up there, so that's the good thing that comes out of this whole thing. All right, that's about it for now. Yeah, I already showed you the areas that could be affected tonight. That's about it for now. Again, high tide is this afternoon, and then low tide is tonight. So it looks like they're going to be hit at low tide, so the flooding will not be an issue. Rain will be coming in gusty winds, so check that out. View all the things there are to see locally at the Jacksonville link on the close-ups of the hurricane tracking map. And that's about it. We'll be back with another update in about 2 days from now. I'll be preparing to head up to Virginia Beach for the hurricane season kickoff show that'll be live on hurricanecity.tv. So tune in for that. I'll send it out to the mailing list before we leave. And that's about it. Good luck to the people in Jacksonville. Get on all your loose objects right now before the high winds arrive, and you should be in good shape up in Jacksonville. That's it for now. Thank you again for visiting Hurricane City.